the churches. I love your heartbeat. I love your willing to risk it all. I love you have nothing left, and one thing always fall. It's all on you. Don't live it to the churches. It's all on you. Don't live it to the churches. Don't live it to the churches. Don't live it to the churches. Podcast. Get out of it.
We're back with another episode of Don't Leave It to the Judges podcast. I'm here with Patty Broken Skull. Patty.
Yeah. Do people still have nicknames in podcasts? I don't know. I'm running with it. This is who I am forever. Because there's got to be something broken inside this head, that's for sure. I will say, speaking of broken heads, man, I already told you off mic. Everyone's excited about this White House card. They're pumped about it. I don't know why, because it's outside, because they'll be sweating more. Who knows? I care more about the return of Conor McGregor against the Max Holloway. You know what I mean? It's all I can think about.
It is different, you know.
Sure. But do you think that they would stick to this? They're going to do more of this at any point?
Oh,
not
no,
at the White House,
no.
but outdoors, stadium style. Could they? I don't think the UFC's selling out a stadium or an arena even. Do they do that? Because I know some of those places open up.
Not outdoors, but
right. To be in a dome and keep. I mean, again, like we said off mic about the fucking fighting in the rain. They should just do that. Just open them up. Let's have basketball games in the rain.
Yeah. Apparently, if it rains, they're gonna continue on with the card. So Joe Rogan's not a fan of that. He's not a fan of it being outdoors. He's like, what if a bug comes and bites one of them? Well, you gotta fucking ignore it, dude. You're getting punched in the face if a bee comes and stings you.
That's your job, sir.
If a snake crawls up the cage or something, that's different, you know. But
sure, got fucking
referees got to kick that thing out of there.
I couldn't think of a referee's name. Sam got there faster than I did. I'm like, I don't know, Herb Dean. There you go. He's fucking already on it. He's over there strangling a fucking snake while they're wrestling. Get him, Herb. That'd be probably more entertaining than some of the grappling we see.
Yeah, I'll tell you, he's fallen down quite a bit in the past few years. I mean, he used to be, when you think of referees, you know, it would be Big John McCarthy, Herb Dean.
Yep.
And now Herb Dean is like, he's been fucked up so much lately, or over the past few years, with letting fights go on way too long when they should have been stopped, or making mistakes, that he's just like fallen. But anyway, no one thinks of him anymore.
Yeah, it's the respect levels disappeared a little bit from the referee game in general. I mean, what was that? Keith Peterson, no nonsense. Keith Peterson was pretty good for a second, then he fucked up. Don't like him too much. I can't believe Hokett's on this card, though. You got any other news?
So, yeah, you know what? I'm going to bring that up. So, Alex Vieta, they asked him about Hokett, and here's what he had to say. I'm going to quote Alex Vieta. He's already on the White House card. There's no way to take him off. But I don't know what his future will be after this fight. Whether he'll still be part of the organization or not, I really don't know. I've already heard some things, but I can't talk about them. So I don't need to think about him because I don't even know if he's still going to be around. So he's hinting that the dude, I mean, who knows what he did or what they think he did, because Cedric Dumas has a fucking criminal record taller than I am, and he's still there. So
yeah, I mean, you got to wonder. I also know for a fact that Dana doesn't like that type of guy. He hates that type of guy.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't like that type of guy, but if he keeps winning, I mean, you know,
gotta make an argument. Yeah, I agree. You gotta kind of let the man work.
So, and we'll get into him fighting Derek Lewis later when we go over that. But
absolutely,
you know, he got put in that position, and that's the reason right there why Trump shows up at these events, and I think another photo shoot. But like I said, when he called Dana White when Derek Lewis was in there, congratulate Derek Lewis, and then for some reason he's a fan of Derek Lewis because apparently he told Dana White, "Hey, how come Derek Lewis isn't on this card?" And then they got Derek Lewis versus Hokett. So I don't know.
Well, the thing that I'm bothered by is that people are sitting here and fighters themselves are saying that they're excited to perform in front of Donald Trump, and he's been at a lot of events.
Yeah.
Right? Almost all the pay-per-views that were actual pay-per-views, he showed up at some point. Okay? So it's not like this is something that his first time seeing fights live. He didn't want to have to leave his house. That's not it, guys. Why is it so special now? He's been there many a time.
I don't know. I do think it's pretty cool, just historic that the damn thing's in front of the White House. It's Washington Monument's right there. It's whole thing's wild to me. And, you know, they got to hurry up and take the structure down right after because it's got to go to some concert where Lord's going to be at. So,
Oh, wow.
ship it back overseas. So, yeah.
That's funny. I also think that it would be kind of cool if they did this again, but they just do it in like completely random, isolated places. You know, here we're having the fights in the woods. And it's just fucking middle of the woods. If you can get here, you can see it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's gonna be people battling. There's a bear. Like,
pretty much like the Apex in a way.
Yeah, take it wherever. I mean, as far as like outside of maybe the WWE, this seems most convenient. Like the octagon size, you know what I mean? Having a small audience isn't hard to do, unlike bringing an entire basketball court, a football field, whatever. That type of shit is a little bit different than a fighting event. You know what I mean? We've seen the scrapyard. They do that shit on the fucking grass behind some fence. Not hard to put together. I mean, also backyard wrestling. That exists. People do that in their fucking backyards on a mattress. So doing it in front of the White House seems reasonable. What's another cool place you could do it in front of? Lincoln Monument? Just move it down a little.
So yeah, let's just bring him to different governors' mansions and shit. So,
now it's gonna be outside of Joe Rogan's house.
His house is probably bigger than the governor's mansion. So much room there that everybody getting a deprivation tank and shit before the fight and stuff.
He's just sitting in there commentating.
All right, so this last card that just happened. Dude, is there anything on this card that happened that we didn't predict? I mean, it seems like we predicted pretty much, okay, maybe the females having more finishes than we predicted, maybe. But other than that, I think we pretty much nailed this card that just happened on its head. I mean,
yeah,
just looking through it. So, I'll just look at the whole thing. I don't see anything that I don't think we predicted. The first fight, Ketlin Souza comes in. This Carna Leslie lady, she's always buff, like she's on steroids or something, and she can't do anything. I talked about that last week, but she got dropped, and then when she was getting up, she got kicked. It reminded me of a Rousey versus Holm. That's what it fucking looked like at the end.
It was ugly, bro. It was violent, very violent. She was not about to lose this fight. Sousa was gonna put this bitch away 100%. And she's like, "Go ahead and stand up. Get your hands off the ground. Watch this." Bang. I feel like more people need to utilize that.
Yeah, Carla Lucy's has been awful lately. Awful.
I'll tell you this right now. This is my stat. Any woman that looks like her is awful. Any woman that comes in looking like fucking a mini Hulk is dog shit. And typically the same thing for most men.
Yeah, they carry all that muscle.
Yeah, it doesn't work, bro. Look at the greatest fighters we've ever had. They're built like fucking, Anderson Silva style. Mm-hmm. There's almost no muscle definition, and the guy's lightning fast, got all the power. And here we got fucking who was the other one? Carmouche, Liz Carmouche. You thought was gonna beat Ronda Rousey. And you're like, what? Because she's got traps. She's gonna beat her for something, and it doesn't work. It just doesn't. I mean, Cyborg is even a small exception because she's right in between being so jacked, but also she's got skills. You know what I mean? It does kind of work, but she's been put to sleep quite often. Not going to be a dominant champ, but this Ketlin Souza, she's got to keep this going because this isn't, like you said, this isn't something we couldn't predict.
Well, this competition was pretty terrible, so.
That's what I'm saying, exactly.
All right, this next bout, this Dubin lady, man, I don't know. She just had a lucky shot, I guess, when she was on that Contender Series. I mean, it was just a fluke. I said that last week. I got it written down right here. I think it was a fluke. But, yeah, these girls, they come in, they kept kicking each other at the same time. It's like, oh, hey, look, your fucking choreograph is a little too much there. You both read the wrong lines. I don't know, but I guess only one of them would have read the wrong lines. But anyway, Dubin got hit with 2 lefts in round 3, got taken down, and Chavez rode her for the rest of the round. Then Dubin got dropped, and that was in round 2. Dubin got dropped in round 3, but then she got up and slammed Chavez, and Chavez wins split decision.
Yeah, I will say that going off the Sousa into this one, you're kind of just like, okay, there's a little tenaciousness happening within the female division. Somebody's seeing something, and even in the next female fight, the Kashera fight, it was also it was action packed, high octane. Like they were really trying to do something, and it not that the Sousa fight went back and forth, but it was a violent display from the females, and I like that.
Yeah, and I remember last week just saying that Cashier couldn't defend a takedown for shit, and we saw that again. But the fight before, I did have that wrong. Jordan Levitt, he went for too many takedowns, man, and Brito was just waiting. I mean, he scouted him very well. He looked at his tape. He's like, I know what this guy's going to do. He's going to come and rushing in for a fucking takedown, and he did it so many times, and he locked him up in a choke on entry.
Yeah, I also think that this is that veteran type of shit from Brito. Like, the guy's been around for a long time. He's fought great competition. And I think also Levitt probably underestimated him. He probably thought that this was going to be an easy walk through. The way they even touch gloves and stuff, the motion, the movements, and the choosing of the takedown attempts was very, like, passive, kind of, not aggressive. Like, he was trying to... I don't know. I thought it was also weird that Joe Anderson was to get that submission that he did. I thought he would have waited to just take his head off, but he was like, okay, keep playing this fucking game.
and then the next fight was the Cachera with the arm bar.
But again, Cachera looked good. She looked good. Her strikes were clean. She was connecting. Chandler was just eating them, though.
She just can't defend a takedown. She can't.
I didn't understand it.
She can't. But again, that's how she looked when she fought Julian Robertson that time. She hit her a couple of times, and then when she took her down like in slow motion too. It was just like anyone would have been able to stop that takedown, but not this lady. Can't stop a takedown for shit. It's like she can't even bend over. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with her. Bruno Silva, Edgar Chavez. Silva got dropped several times in round one. Chavez took his back and fucking choked him out. It was nice, quick work.
I will say though, Bruno did look like he wanted to fight. He was trying to be in the fight. He was trying to do what he does. He ate some clean shots. He threw some really clean shots as well. And the biggest surprise of the whole fight though, truly, was the fact that Silva was ranked 15. I couldn't believe that. I was like, he's ranked? What the fuck? They got nobody at flyweight still?
Yeah, this Marcus McGee, John Yanis. So Yanis, he come in and threw a lot of leg kicks, throwing to the body, but McGee, he was just headhunting, and he landed more shots. He wins by decision. This guy's like just a monster. I don't know why he got ate up so much on that last fight.
But it doesn't move the needle for McGee. You know what I mean? This isn't a guy that you should have went to a decision with if you were headhunting, and you were that good at headhunting. You should have finished him. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. Like, you should have walked away a little more emphatic.
And one judge had it 30-27 for him. I thought it was a much closer fight than what it looked like on the judges' scorecards, especially that one.
Let's look at the numbers real quick. All right, 202 to 115. That's not bad as far as amount of strikes. You know what I mean? They were both in the fight. There was no real running. Giannis definitely threw a lot of leg kicks, though. What do you think about this next fight? The Schnell fight is kind of
Matt Schnell's done, man. He needs to just give it up.
Do you think they should have let it go any longer, though?
He was going to be done anyway.
I thought so, too. I think that's what the ref thought. Like, that's it. Even if he does recover, it's still going to be a loss. Like, he's still going to get fucked up, probably worse.
Yeah. I think Costa would have just he would have killed them on the ground. But maybe it was a stop a little teeny bit early, maybe. But, I mean, Schnell is just... He's lost 5 of his last 6 fights. I mean, 5 of his last 6 fights, man. He needs to go. I don't know why he's still around.
Go do some BJJ somewhere. This next one, though, Iwo Baranowski and Junior Tafa, man. Something happened to Tafa's leg, but that doesn't matter whatsoever.
Man, he got kicked in the leg and acted like he got shot.
Yeah, that was real weird. I thought something was broke or something because of the way he went down, but I think it was that same thing that, Sean O'Malley got?
I don't know, but this guy might be the next problem. I wonder if he could tack on some weight, because I would love to see this guy at heavyweight coming in and smashing some people.
Yeah.
But
it's always a guy with this type of name, too, who's scary at light heavyweight or heavyweight. It's like, I don't know how to say your name at all, dude.
Those Poland guys don't feel any pain. I don't think when they get hit.
Well, I mean, if they did, they couldn't tell.
Yeah. Bryce
He's
Mitchell,
Polish.
he did what he always does. He just rode the guy. He did end up choking him out with just a few seconds left in the whole fight. But yeah,
Well, you can tell.
a 21-year-old guy with 8 fights in is facing Bryce Mitchell. So
Yeah. Now, Bryce, the thing I do like about Bryce is he really does. He's good as fuck at that grappling and wrestling shit. It just makes sense to him. The way he moves, every decision he makes on the ground is pretty solid. You know, you see him make those moves and you're like, well, that's fucking perfectly calculated. He knew exactly where he was going to be at that moment. So smart. But again, you're saying you're fighting somebody who's so low in the roster that it doesn't really add up. You should be moving up the rankings, Bryce. You're sort of stagnant. This next one, though.
I just went back and seen that Junior Taffa landed 0 strikes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he threw 8.
Godly.
Pretty good. But this next one, man, these guys were very similar. Very similar in a lot of ways. The only thing that I found different while watching the fight was that Tom Nolan was more willing to go to the ground.
They were scrambling all over the place.
All over. Aggressively, too. And then the shots were clean from both guys. Let's see how accurate they were. 16 of 32 and 31 of 66. So about 50% for both dudes, okay? 50% on one side for sure. But that's huge. That's significant strikes. You're hitting half of them. Both guys hitting half their shit. But Tom Nolan obviously threw more. He was more aggressive. He was on him. I think he got confident in his ability to take him down and sort of control him on the ground for any amount of time. And I say that because that's not what I'm used to seeing from Tom. It's more of I'm going to stand and bang. I'm going to be at distance, be at range, throw these shots.
And that's what I'm used to seeing from Zion as well. So
I just would have assumed Zion would have been a little bit stronger on the ground than he was. Tom was really dominating him. He was willingly taking him down, which I thought was strange. How many did he get, too? Let's see. 2 of 6. 3 of 5 for Zion. He actually had more than Tom, but Tom shot.
Yeah, they were scrambling everywhere when they got down, too.
Very similar dudes, I think. Honestly, I would say give it 3 years. I'd like to see these guys fight again. And this is what this says at lightweight, which 3 years from now, these guys could be sitting at the top for sure. You know, a lot of our main guys are Michael Chandler's, Justin Gaethje's and shit. They'll be done in 3 years for sure, unless they're taking some weird fight in fucking BKFC. Brandon Allen, Edmund Shabazian. I like the commentating that I saw on Shabazian because it was correct. He seems more confident. He seems more willing to be there and engage. Before it was a lot of running, I thought. A lot of scared fighting. But against Brendan, he was just, was he more accurate?
Well, he was setting back too much. I mean, he was just like waiting to counter. Allen was just lighting him up. And I mean, he was just, they were both in the center there was a lot of elbows from the clinch. So, man, Brendan Allen, he gets right straight to the fucking top. He just can't get right over the hump for any belts. You know, it comes. I don't know.
We know guys like this. They exist. We need them because he's still tough for anybody that's trying to get to the top. You know what I mean? Not that he's tough for the champion, but anybody trying to get to the champ, you got to get through Brendan Allen.
And the next fight, I'm sure you liked what you saw out of that.
I mean, can you agree to this at least? Bonfim looks huge.
Yes, he did.
He was so much bigger than Bilal. I was like, what the fuck? And he made 170, bro?
Yeah, he didn't worry about taking nobody down whatsoever. I mean, we used to see him, that's all he did was take people down. In his last couple of fights, like when he fought Randy Brown, he didn't worry about it. He just fucking boxed. I'm like, what the hell's going on with this guy? You know, but yeah, I mean, got to the point. Yeah, it's just Muhammad. He stayed backed against the cage, and he got some weird ass movements. Backs up to the cage, then moves side to side, and then every once in a blue moon he'll become blitz in and out. So, but Bonfim, man, he just worked that jab. Very patient. Very patient.
Unafraid. Confident as all hell.
Yo, he was smiling a lot during the fight, too.
It was fun for him. He had a great time. He got excited at the end where he thought Bilal was going to go that last 10 seconds real hard. But yeah, you know I love to see that.
And he was looking fresh the whole time. Muhammad was all beat up, looking like Bonfim. You wouldn't even thought he'd been in a fight.
I think that is no better outcome for somebody that calls themselves the bully. Okay, and weighs 170. Stop it. Stop it. Is there not prelims for this next card?
Oh no prelims. It's all straight up. It's only 7 fights, so
I see that.
yeah.
I will say I don't look ahead on these cards. Sam does all the research and the work. I just come here and talk shit. But I looked ahead on the next card. The main event for the next card is also very exciting as well, and I'll just throw this in there because we'll talk about it next week, of course. It's Manel Kape versus Horiguchi. Now, they've already fought. And Manel Kape was very cocky in his attempt getting up to fighting Horiguchi. He was very cocky the entire time. Everybody he beat, he was a shit talker, all this stuff. Went in and fought Horiguchi and was mocking him a little bit during the fight. And you can find it on YouTube. Horiguchi fucking whoops his ass, bro. And he's coming back to do it again. You think you're going to beat Horiguchi now? Dude, stop. I mean, that's the champ, 100%. There's nobody else that I would pick to be champ right now, but we'll talk about that next week. Right now, what do we got, man?
We're
UFC
Freedom White House Freedom 250 in DC. We got Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia to kick things off. This card, most of these fights seem a little lopsided to me, but Lopez, he's 27-8, 11 KO, 12 sub wins, and this is a guy like Brendan Allen. He gets right to the top, and he can't get. I mean, he couldn't get past Volkanovski. I mean, he fought him twice for the belt, and he's lost almost every round against that guy. But those fights hadn't even been close. He's still ranked number 2, and Garcia is 19-5, 15 KO wins. He's won his last 7 fights. I just think Lopez probably gets him to the ground, beats him up on the ground.
I don't know, man. I think Steve's got some nasty scrambling skills. I think from what we've seen of him being in there, people want to strike. But I also see those takedowns, and he's quick to get back to his feet because I know if you don't have ground skills, that's the first thing you think of. And Diego, I don't know if he's going to be able to hold him down. I think there's a size difference here. What do we got? 6 foot, 5'9", 72 to 75. He's a little bit bigger. And like I said, with Steve, he's got those mitts. He's really got big hands for his size. And I think that's going to play a difference with the willingness for Diego to try to take anybody down because of the Volkanovski things. It's going to kill your confidence a little bit. And you also probably want a finish here. So I don't know. Obviously, I think you're going to lean Steve Garcia as well. I just don't think Steve offers anything for the champ the same way that Diego did.
I don't know. I like Garcia a lot, but I can visualize how Lopez he took Gene Silva down and just beat him up in between those Volkanovski fights. So
fuck,
I can see that happening.
Well, how good is the coaching that Steve's got? Because Steve he's always been a little bit better. Every time we see him, are they training for this? Are they training correctly for this, knowing that that's probably the game plan? Because we're just 2 asshole podcasters talking about this guy. Diego
Maybe like
Lopez.
Joe Rogan says, a bug will come in and bite one of the fighters or something.
Right.
The distraction get hit by a mosquito.
Is it Diego Lopez with the mustache or not? Because that depends. That mustache brings power.
All right, Bo Nickel, Cal Dawkins. Nickel 8-1. We know what he's going to do. He's going to try to come in and wrestle, as always. Dawkins, this is his second stint in the UFC. He's won his last 6 fights, but 2 of them is 2 UFC fights. They weren't against the best opponents. I mean, they were Michel Pereira, who's been awful lately, and Joe Mearshart. And we know Mearshart's like a takedown or nothing guy. So the only thing Nickel has to worry about is on entry.
Yeah.
If he comes in with a double leg or single leg, Dawkins, I mean, he's got 8 wins by Darce choke. You got to watch your neck. So
he's got some good ground skills. I think that's what he's more known for. But after seeing him, get a finish his last fight, knockout or some shit recently, this could be Dawkins 2.0. And maybe little brother's a little bit jealous of his older brother, and he's come to prove a point. And who better to sign a contract against than fucking Dana White's poster boy? I say that because nobody else really cares about Bo Nickel anymore.
No. Mauricio Rufy versus Michael Chandler. Man, I just think Rufy's won 8 of his last 9. I mean, he knocked out Rafael Fiziev in his last fight. Chandler's 40 years old, man. He's been knocked out 5 times. He's 2-5 in the UFC. You know what I'm saying? I think Rufy comes in and pieces Chandler up.
Well, okay. So Sam thinking this card was lopsided.
He's a
He seems
UFC
to be-
jobber, Michael Chandler.
I'm also thinking that Chandler might be a little angry, might be a little resentful. And if that's the case, that's when you make a mistake or you finish this fight early. And it's not that it's not possible with the fighting nerds anymore. They're not so untouchable. We've seen them, be defeated. And Chandler's one of these guys that's like a 50-50. You could flip a coin on whether this guy's going to win the fight or not. I can't go against him, nor can I fully go for it, especially against somebody like Rufy. He's talented. I just think that Chandler's experience is going to outweigh Rufy's. And if he's a smart fighter, like he should be, and he's not emotional, he'll make the right decisions. I think you put Rufy on his back. I think you get him tired. I think second round you keep him standing, work the legs a little bit, slow him down even more, and then throw those overhands up against the fence. And you know me with Michael Chandler, we have a strained relationship.
Yeah, you do. All right. Yeah, you hated him when he first come in.
Yeah.
Josh Hokett, Derek Lewis. All right, this crazy ass Josh Hokett fighting a 41-year-old Derek Lewis that Donald Trump is maybe he'll be in his corner for. I don't know. I was just now thinking, remember the time he had the WWE match and he represented Bobby Lashley was his representative. This guy likes big black guys. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
of course. Who doesn't, man? They're great.
The thing with Lewis is you got to wonder about his chin because that Waldo Cortez Acosta fight, I mean, he barely got clipped. It wasn't a clean shot at all. And he pretty much sat down and gave up. He gave up. So he didn't even try to get up or anything. And we all know he's got power, and that's what Hokett cannot take the punches he took against Curtis Blades. There's
exactly
no
what I was
way.
thinking.
Because he'll be dead. He'll be passed out if he takes those punches that he took against Curtis Blades.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's if Derek Lewis wants to do that. If Derek Lewis wants to, I also think that he doesn't have to worry nearly as much about the punches coming his way.
No,
Derek Lewis he could probably eat more of those shots than Acosta shot as well.
Yeah.
But these guys could fucking walk in and stare at each other for 15 minutes.
Yeah. Well, Hokett can just take him straight to the ground. I mean, he'll be kind of fucked on the ground.
But Derek Lewis has some nasty ground and pound. He can those shots from the ground.
Not on his
heavy.
back though.
I'd like to see that. I would like to see that. I'd like to see Hokett get in that position. What does Derek do? Because the thing that I have seen when it comes to this heavyweight division, specifically Derek Lewis, is he's one of the few that comes in almost better shape every time. He's one of the few that was not in great shape when he first got his name, and he comes in a little bit better every time. And I think that's one thing that they're focusing on is his cardio.
Bantamweight bout next. We have Sean O'Malley versus Eamon Zuhabi. So O'Malley, 19-3, 12 knockout wins. He's gonna have a 3-inch height, a 3.5-inch reach advantage. He's 7 years younger. Zuhabi, he's a Canadian. He's 14-2, 6 KO, 2 sub wins. He's won his last 7 fights. His last fight was just a split decision over Marlon Vera. So I don't know, man. I think O'Malley's going to piece this guy up.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the Zahabis have definitely bitten off more than they can chew with this fight. The only thing you could hope is that for me to really lean on Sean heavy, I got to see him defend the first 2 or 3 shots. Because this kid's going to come in, he's going to wrap those legs up, and Sean O'Malley's going to hit him. He's going to try hitting him standing. You know what I mean? Those are heavy shots too, but is that going to keep him from going to his back? I don't know. And then does Sean get back up? That's my whole thing, because that's probably what they're saying. That's the entire coaching plan. Do the GSP thing, get in there, dominate him on the ground. Don't let him get up. He'll be tired. He'll be more tired than you the entire time. I don't know. I hope that's not the case. I would lean Sean O'Malley 100% so long as he can get back up, because I have seen him get pretty tired from those takedowns early. Aljamain Sterling being one of the case. It just makes you nervous. But because Sean doesn't look like an athlete whatsoever, so you're kind of like, does he have the ability to get up? I don't know.
Yeah, he's just out getting high. It just seems like all the time or something.
Right,
just
playing video games and shit. He's just a guy. He's a streamer now at this point. But I don't know, man. I'd like to see Sean O'Malley get back on that fucking horse, man. He's a fun representation of the good times of the UFC that we used to have. Those fights where you're like, fucking Sean O'Malley's fighting, let's go. It's going to be a good card then. Now he's third.
Yeah. So All right, so Alex Vieira, Cyril gone. So Vieira's getting up there. He's 38 years old, man. He's 13-3, 11 KO wins. We know his power is legendary, but the thing with Cyril Gahn is this guy can jab. He's technical. He can stick and move. So yeah, Gahn's 13-2, 6 KO, 3 sub wins, and he's never been knocked out. I mean, Ngannou beat him, but that fight went to the distance. So I think this is going to be closer than people realize. I think people are probably thinking Vieira's going to come in here, knock this guy out like he normally does. I think Gahn's going to win this thing. I think he's going to keep the distance, stay the fuck away from this guy, run in, hit him a couple times, get the fuck out of there, and do it all over again.
Yeah, I think the fandom of Alex Pereira has always been too much and not really deserved. Not just that, the people that he beat, the way that he beat some of them, it didn't give you enough information to ride with him in every single matchup. Oh, he can punch hard. Oh, what? That's one thing. What happens in the third or fourth round? What happens when he's defending head kicks? You know what I'm saying? Because Cyril Gahn can move like that, and he's fucking bigger. I think that in itself is going to play a major factor. Yeah, maybe not height-wise, but his hands, his head, his shoulders, his fucking weight is going to be bigger, okay? So no matter what Alex does to come in here, just like John Jones at heavyweight, you're fighting a guy who naturally will not fight at 205 ever, okay? And that's always – and we've watched enough UFC to know that that's always an issue for guys that go from light heavyweight to heavyweight.
Yeah.
You're fighting guys that they can't get to 205, dog. Roy Nelson won't be a 205er.
No,
he won't.
No.
Okay? Chet Congo will never be 205. Okay, he has to fight. You're lucky he gets to 265. Okay, Brock Lesnar, same thing. Okay, there's these guys that are there for a reason, and it's not because they have. It's not a choice at the end of the day. So, I think they both lack in amount of time in the cage. I think there's still some amateurness to their MMA skills, putting the full package together. I think it leans heavier towards Cyril Gahn being able to throw head kicks and the kicks and all that shit. Alex Pereira to me seems like I'm gonna just trudge at you, fucking taking step after step with my hands in front of me, waiting for you to throw a punch, and then I'm gonna do my best to counter, and then hope that my left hand does something or my right hand does. It's not as special as these casuals think it is. Okay. I fully agree with you. I think Cyril Gahn's going to be a real problem. I think he eats quite a few of these shots. I think he doesn't because, again, the size, dude, the size of the head. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and this is for the interim heavyweight title, which I hate the interim shit. But and what happens if Gahn wins? I mean, you put him against Volkov next. I'd like to, I'm okay with that. Their fight was pretty close, I believe, if I remember correctly. So.
Well,
two big tall guys.
They made this goddamn.
All right, so Ilia Topuria, another title bout versus Justin Gaethje. These guys are talking all kinds of trash. Fucking Gaethje talking about Topuria's ex-wife. I don't even know what happened with that. His wife divorced him. He had announced he was going to leave. Then he announced, okay, well, it was like 2 months went by or something. I'm back. I didn't really go anywhere. I don't know what the fuck's going on with this guy. This guy is so wild. He's already having a party the night before to celebrate the win. But that's what he usually does. Topuria, he manifests his wins. His man's got a wild brain. But anyway, I mean, he's looked unstoppable. He's 17-0, 7 KO, 8 submission wins. He's knocked out his last 3 opponents. And Charles Oliveira says Topuria hit him harder than all of his UFC opponents. So,
but I think you could drop a cinder block on Justin Gaethje's head and he'll still try to read Bambi. You know what I mean? He'll get through it.
Yeah, he's gonna have a 4-inch height advantage, only a 1-inch reach advantage, but he's coming off back-to-back decision wins. Paddy Pimblett in his last fight. I think Topuria's gonna tee off on him.
I think he's going to have to. I just wonder how long, because this is what I said when it was Justin Gaethje, I think Michael Chandler, or even Max Holloway, where I was like basically saying, no, it was Paddy Pimblett, because I said, how much damage can Paddy do to Justin Gaethje? That's the real stat you have to figure out. How much damage can I do to him? Because it's going to have to exceed that to beat him. And look at the Paddy Pimblett Gaethje fight. Tell me I was fucking wrong. Okay? That's exactly what happened. You have to fucking kill Justin Gaethje to beat him. There's never been a question of his cardio, his chin, his power. None of that shit has been in question ever. Ever. I mean, he went 5 with Max Holloway to the last second, my guy. To the last second was the last shot was the one that got him. How many did he take before that? Look at the stats, okay? Topuria, I don't think is going to go in here and touch this man one time and finish him, okay? I think this is a long, my hands hurt from hitting this guy type of shit. You know what I mean? And Topuria is going to see. Do I think Topuria walks away with absolutely. But I think it's going to be a hell of a beating he's going to have to give Justin Gaethje for him to get out of there. It's going to be a long fight. People are going to be like, should we stop this? And you're like, Justin seems fine. He's bleeding from every place he can bleed from, but he seems fine.
Well, if Herb Dean's the ref, he'll stop it early. You know what I'm saying?
Either way, that's the one stat that I'll always give Justin, that there is an opponent that isn't going to have to fuck him up to actually beat him. There is no quickness of beating a Justin Gaethje whatsoever. Just not. It's going to be a problem. But that is the best fight, I think, on the card. There's only 7 fights. So that's the only one to really look forward to, and I still have no problem watching this without the filler. How much can they possibly say that we don't say already, Sam? You know what I mean?
Yeah, really. But I will say this: it's just different. To me, it feels like an event, like that, like that MVP promotion. It's an actual event. It's a spectacle. So
it makes sense. I'll probably end up tuning in at normal time because it is at a normal time. Thank God.
I'll be there the day before and get the fuck out of there and get home and watch this.
Exactly. Sam's going to hopefully Justin Gaethje. No, what's going to happen is you're going to fucking meet Hokit and it's going to be the only fucking guy. Get him to say don't leave it to the judges. But anyways, guys, support this show. W.GG, promo code judges. Get 10% off energy drink in a packet, okay? You've seen the commercials. You've seen people do it on TikTok. We are offering it to you to help support the show, all right? You can also check out the YouTube channel. Haven't posted in a while, but also the last one I posted, it didn't publish. So I published it like 4 days ago. So stupid. I don't know why that keeps happening, but Judges MMA on YouTube. Don't leave it pod. Don't leave it to the judges on Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever. Support the social media. It makes us look good, I suppose. That's how we got the W.GG. That's not how, but it doesn't matter. Check out Comedy Crawl Space. Want to hear me talk about comedy, Tony Hinchcliffe, Brendan Schaub, and the like. That is on YouTube. I don't know. That'd be funny. I haven't really seen much of a crossover from people that listen to this that would also want to hear me talk comedy. If you do, there it is. Tectonic Cult for the music. Hear me scream into a microphone as well, because I don't always sound like this. Yeah, that's it. Let's get out of here. Hasta la vista, right?